Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the third edition of Pixels Camp, version 3.0. It's a real pleasure to have you all with us. I'm going to do this in English this time, or at least try. So we're going to spend the next hour talking about important messages for both participants, speakers, and sponsors, and entities of Pixels Camp. And we're going to have a few presentations from our sponsors, and also a special intervention from Mario from Taikai, and I hope you enjoy. It's really important that you pay attention to the important messages, because the dynamics of the event depend on you understanding how it works, what you should do and what you shouldn't do. So thank you for being here. Let's start. Okay. Can I have the slides on the screen? Cool. Okay, so first of all, for those who are at Pixels Camp for the first time, this is an event that celebrates technology, talent, experimentation, and the power of sharing knowledge, but it's mostly about technology. I really think that you're going to like it if this is your first time, and I'm pretty sure that you'll be coming back if this is your first Pixels Camp. It's also important that you know that we organize this for you, and we've been really careful throughout the years, ever since the previous incarnation of Pixels Camp, to protect the event from being too plastic to commercial. So everything we do, everything we try to put up together for Pixels Camp throughout the year, it's meant to improve your experience. Our main goal is for you to leave Pixels Camp with the ambition to come next year. So it's really important that you spend a really good time, take advantage of Pixels Camp. We'll be here to help you, and we'll do our best for you to experience a really, really good Pixels Camp. Some numbers for this year. I know this is a cliche, but I really think this is the best Pixels Camp ever. Pretty sure it is. So I don't know if we're going to have tables or chairs for everybody, but we've got a full house. Last count tomorrow. In the afternoon, we had 1,352 participants registered at Pixels Camp, which is more than we ever had. We should probably close the apply button on the website, by the way. And we've got lots of workshops and talks. I'm going to talk a little bit about that later. But this year we'll have 5 stages running non-stop from 2 p.m. to Saturday before the project's presentation. And we also got a workshops room also completely packed from beginning to end with lots of interesting workshops. I'm going to talk about that later as well. Lots of sponsors. I'm going to talk about that later, but we have 29 partners, as I like to call them, this year, which is really great. And they brought 42 challenges for you to look into and build your hackathon projects on top of them. I'm going to talk about that later as well. Lots of food, lots of universities from all around Portugal. And it's a real honor and a real pleasure to have so many students at Pixels Camp. It's one of our goals as well, to renew the cycle and have new people, especially students, university students with us. And we did a little statistics on the registrations, and it seems that this year we have 12 countries represented at Pixels Camp. And that's one of the reasons why we do this in English. Because we want to turn the event into a more European phenomenon and not only Portuguese. So thank you for coming, and welcome to Portugal if this is your first time. Okay, so our sponsors, or as we like to call them, partners, because they're much more than sponsors. So lots of them this year. And I want to make clear that we have a huge, deeply respect for our sponsors. As you know, Bright Pixel is not a company that organizes events. That is not our business. That's not our mission. And there's two reasons why we do Pixels Camp. First one, because we really like to do it. That's probably the main reason. And the second one is because we really think that talent, in the end, is what makes things happen. And we think it's a privilege to be so close to talent. But we never would be able to support the costs of producing Pixels Camp without the help of companies that also believe in the same mission, also believe in the same principles. So a big thank you to all of the sponsors for supporting Pixels Camp this year. It was really important, and this is the reason why you supported Pixels Camp. Thank you so much. So we should have internet by now. I have a few messages regarding internet in the space, but internet is kindly provided by the best telecom operator in Portugal, that is NOS. And you're probably asking, what's the password? And this is the password. Oops. Oh, this font doesn't support lowercase and uppercase, so it's not going to work. Let me see if I have a font that supports uppercase. Sorry. Okay. This is Comic Sans. Okay, a few messages that the team asked me to pass along, which are really important. First of all, no personal hotspots on the space. There's lots of radio working on the space. Not only Wi-Fi, but Bluetooth and all of the frequencies you can imagine. And one special frequency that you will discover later. But that's a surprise. But anyway, no personal hotspots, okay? I know it's tempting, and I know that all of you have 4G hotspots and laptops with hotspots built into them. Do not use them, okay? If you do, we'll catch you and we'll arrest you, and you'll never be back to Pixels Camp again. Now, seriously, don't do it, because that hurts Wi-Fi for everybody else, and it hurts the infrastructure, and it's really bad. So please don't do it. As of 15 minutes ago, there were 30-something SSIDs opened, and that is not good. So please shut down your personal hotspots, okay? There are some Ethernet cables on each of the tables. We don't have switches for everybody. You're welcome to bring a hub or a switch from your own and connect it to the cable if you really need to. But overall, Wi-Fi should work. If it's not working, get in touch with us and we'll try to help. But again, no personal hotspots. Cool. So one of the main goals of Pixels Camp is the hackathon. As you know, the event is a mix between a lot of content and a lot of knowledge sharing, talks and workshops. But at the core, there is an hackathon. And you're all supposed to think of a team, think of an idea, especially an idea that comes from the sponsors' challenges, and build your own project. That's one of the things you're supposed to do. And we actually evaluate that throughout the years. And one of the reasons why so many of you got instant accepts to come to Pixels Camp is because we know that you've done hackathon projects for Pixels Camp in the past. We actually monitor that. So it's important that you do an hackathon project if you can, okay? So I'm going to talk about the hackathon later, but now we're going to go into the first batch of sponsors' presentations so that you understand who they are and what their challenges for the hackathon are. It's going to be quick presentations. We actually going to make them suffer like you do on the last day with your project presentation. So they will have 3 minutes, each of them, not 1 second more, hopefully. And again, their mission will be to present the company, the mission, and the challenges. And you should pay attention, and you should think about hackathon projects around their challenges. So without further ado, I'm going to start calling our proud sponsors. First one is going to be a good old friend of mine, Mr. Paulo Trezentos, Aptoid, to the stage. Microphone.
Good morning, everybody. Can you listen? Yeah. So good morning, everybody. My name is Paulo. As Celso said, it's my 3rd time here in Pixels Camp, and I'm here to presenting our challenge. So Aptoid is the largest Android alternative app store. Last year, we had 250 million different users using Aptoid. We are 70 people, mostly engineering, here in Lisbon, also an office in Singapore and in Shenzhen. Besides being an app store, 2 years ago, we thought about a currency, a cryptocurrency that could power the apps economy, the purchase inside the games, the purchase inside the apps, and so on. And we just proposed the AppCoins white paper and the AppCoins protocol. We have done a successful ICO, and AppCoins is now listed in the top 3 of the top 5 exchanges. Besides AppCoins, which we bring here today for you, we also have the AppCoins credits, which is a kind of AppCoin, a special AppCoins that can have to be spent inside the games and inside the apps. Those AppCoins, every participant in Pixels Camp will have a gift card inside your welcome kit that will be delivered, I believe, in the afternoon with $5 of AppCoin credits. So everybody here will have access to AppCoins credits. So our challenge to you is, if you have a game or if you have a specific challenge for other people that require participants, you can use your AppCoins to give incentives to them to play your game. How does it work? So let's imagine you have a game, a skills game or a luck game. So you can ask the participants to deposit on a specific wallet for each round of the game. And let's imagine they deposit $1 in AppCoins, 10 AppCoins. And then who wins the game gets the pot and gets all the AppCoins. And we are providing you APIs to create wallets, to monitor the wallets for the deposits, to transfer back to the users the AppCoins. And in this way, you can engage with the users and you can incentivize them to play your game. And don't forget that everybody here can have their own AppCoins in their phone, and they can play your game using their own AppCoins. How many time do I have?
Under 3 minutes. Good?
Good. Thank you. Good luck for your project. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Betai to the stage. There you go.
Good morning, everyone. So my name is Eduardo. I work at BetaI. We're one of the biggest main accelerators in Portugal and Europe. Very happy to be here and really looking forward to seeing what you guys can do. We've invited for the challenge one of our portfolio companies, and we have the head of product extraordinaire, Luis, from Lending Jobs, to present the challenge for you guys.
All right, thank you. First, special thank you to Pixel for having us today. Another special thank you to BetaI for having us here at this challenge. What we want to know, it's very simple. It's who's going to apply tomorrow. So we provided a set of our profiles of our users, anonymized, of course. We provide you also data on what our companies are posting and what are they receiving. We provide information on all the applications that our users are making, and we provide you information on what users are visiting, so URLs of pages, what pages, when, and what. And the idea is that you can predict who's going to apply at the day after our data set finishes. So it's very simple, and we evaluate you on the F1 measure. Is data science people in the house? Who's interested in data science? All right, one person. I see one person. I'm going to talk specifically to this person here. So the challenge is you need to optimize the F1 to try to predict everyone that's going to apply on the day after our data set finishes, okay? And you're open to remix the data as you want, and extra points if you do some cool visualizations of the data, all right? Oh, that person is saying yes. Okay, one person convinced. I have 1 minute more. Who can I convince also? Any more data science hands in the air? All right, one person more. What can I say to you to convince you to do our challenge? Nothing. All right. This is also our, I still have a minute, so I'm going to continue talking until they put me out. This is also a first step on our changing a little bit of our image as a product company in the market for landing jobs. So we welcome to speak with us, me and Rui. Special mention to Rui, who's over there. And just exchange ideas of, about data science, about development, about whatever, okay? So have a beautiful event, and I'll see you later. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you. I forgot to mention, but there's QR codes on the screen that you can scan, and if you do that, you can get a lot more information about the sponsor and about their challenges, including access to resources that you need in order to do your projects, okay? So sometimes it can be data sets or APIs. They're all in there on that URL. Also, the sponsors speaking on stage have booths, and you can always visit them during the 3 days, okay? And now Mr. Tiago Carvalho from BIT.
Hello, good morning. This is my first time at Pixel Camp, directly to stage, so please be gentle. I think you know Sonai. Sonai MC is a food retailer, the biggest food retailer in Portugal. You must know our biggest brands, Continente, Continente Modelo, and Continente Bom Dia. We also have the biggest online platform for retail in Portugal, and we also have the most successful loyalty program that extends beyond Sonai and has partners like Calp. I work at BIT. BIT is the IT department that supports all this business. Hundreds of systems, thousands of servers. I won't bother you with all that. We are proud founding partners of Pixel's Camp, so we have been here since day one of the first year, unlike me. This year we brought 3 challenges. The first one is the broader one. We want you to implement a purchasing interface or experience that is as autonomous as possible and as digital as possible. Think Continente.pt, but on steroids. Everything that you might want to do, like changing your basket or making recurrent baskets or managing your pantry, you should be able to do autonomously. The second one is much narrower, much more simple to explain, not that simple to implement. It's about leveraging current neural network vision capabilities. We want you to be able to recognize our products using pictures. We have like 50,000 different products. We have pictures for you if you want with our API. We'll show you later at the booth. The last challenge is where you can get creative. We want you to make our product catalog more intelligent. I don't want to spoil the fun of getting creative for you, but you can think about bundling products using recipes from external sources. You can think about scrapping nutritional value and managing the nutritional consumption of the family. You can think about managing the pantry of our customers for them. Everything that goes beyond just simple searching for the product description. You have a link for our API in the description of the challenges using the QR code. There is also a contact number if you want to contact using WhatsApp. And there's also our booth right at the entrance to the right. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Tiago. It seems that 3 minutes are more than enough. Next up is Cisco and Warpcom, Mr. Nuno Bajanca.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nuno from Warpcom. This is Arthur from Cisco, and we are here together at Pixel's Camp to challenge you to change the campus experience, the school campus experience. Cisco, I think you don't need an introduction. After all, it's one of the most valuable companies worldwide. Warpcom, it's a system integrator, and as such, we are one of Cisco's biggest partners in Portugal. What is a system integrator? We basically have the job to design, deploy, configure, and then give support to solutions and products from several players in the technology markets. Together, both companies, Cisco and WarpCom, are investing a lot in disruption to APIs, through development and so on. And the proof of that is that we are here. And to give light to this, WarpDev and Cisco DevNet were born. To feed your brains, we thought of the challenge, and the challenge will be related to smart campus. The idea is to build something that will enhance, will improve the school campus in some way. Thinking simply, we have today a lot of technology being released in the world every moment, every day. However, when we look at our school campus, we are kind of using outdated technology. And that is what we want to change. And I bet that here at Pixels, with you guys, we have enough minds and creative enough minds to make that happen. Please don't prove me wrong. Let's imagine something. Imagine that you could record and rewind your class, and then do Control F to pick exactly what you're looking for. Or in another example, how would your school campus experience be enhanced if you could have, for example, access to the school, to the professor notes in real time? I'm talking about the notes the professor is taking on the board, and you could see it in any device, in any, anywhere, basically. That would be awesome. Also, take a look at Wi-Fi. How good would it be if you could check which study room has an empty space just for you at any time? Also, think about cafeterias or the library for your school. How nice would it be if, when you are passing by them, they could check and they could promote events that are near you? Okay, I'm after time. Our booth is here. We brought a lot of technology from Cisco on site, and we are hoping you develop with it. Also, one thing, we have a bot with Easter eggs in it. Have fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. André Cardoso from Siemens. Sorry. Diogo Rodrigues from SIBS. Sorry.
Good morning, everybody. This is our first time here in Pixels Camp. We are SIBS, we are a Portuguese company, and you probably know us by the Multibanco brand. SIBS has been around for 35 years, and you probably use our services every day. Every time you pay with a card, every time you go to a Multibanco ATM to withdraw money, you are using one of our systems. 4 years ago, we started developing MBWay. MBWay has become the main digital wallet in Portugal, and now we have more than 1 million users. And just a couple of weeks ago, we launched the SIBS API market. The SIBS API market has the ambition to become the largest API market in Portugal, and we are bringing it here to the Pixels Camp. Our challenge is a creativity challenge. We are deploying 3 APIs for you to use that brings MBWay to everywhere you can think of. The APIs will allow you to put QR code payments and mobile phone number payments in all the places you can think of. Our booth is over there, just by the corner, and you can go there to register and to understand how you can use these APIs. Since this is a payments company, obviously you need money to make payments. So to make sure that you don't have to use your own money, we have created a special MBWay app that you can use here during the event with a special card that you can use for as many payments as you want. So the challenge, it's a creativity challenge, and you can use these APIs combined with other APIs here in the Pixels Camp. I have time. There are other partners here which are also with spectacular APIs you can combine with ours. You can look for Sonai, which has some cool APIs for their products, and merge them with our payment system and create all sorts of experiences. You can also think of payments to do something good. They don't need to be for commercial use. You can use it for social benefit or for whatever you can think of. So hope to see you at our booth and hope you join the SIBS challenge. Thank you.
Thank you, Diogo. Next up, André Cardoso from Siemens. Oh, I know this guy.
Hi, everybody. Do you know Siemens? Yeah, dishwashers and stuff like that. We don't build anything like that anymore. So we are entirely a tech company. We are 400,000 people worldwide in 200 countries. So we are quite big. Me and Carlos work on the cyber defense department of Siemens. So our role is to detect and protect Siemens from external attacks and protect the intellectual property of Siemens. So what we bring you today on Pixel Camp is a challenge that it's a day-by-day issue that we have. So phishing is an issue, right? You know, everybody got messages from princess from Nigeria and invoices that you never, of stuff that you never got, and you click the PDF and you get infected, and your machine turns more secure than before because it ciphers itself. So, and that is bad. So we develop a data set. So you can access a challenge that you can access various data sets from several phishing camps. So you can try to help us to find fishermen that try to fish Siemens.
Yes, exactly. Just to give you a round number about our problem, every day people inside Siemens reports around 5,000 events of phishing, which is a lot. You can imagine 5,000 is a lot. So we are a small team. We cannot go one by one and try to say, okay, this is phishing. Let's remove from the mailbox of everybody. No, we cannot. So we need your ideas, your creativity to employ a solution that can scale, that would help us a lot. And not only us, but maybe other companies. I'm sure that most of the companies suffer from that. And despite being a very classic problem, is not yet solved. This is really true, and well, we invite you really to help us fighting these very sophisticated opponents. Thank you a lot.
Come to our booths and find our unicorns, right? Yeah. Bye.
Thank you. Next up, Talk Desk, an old friend of mine, also one of the evil quiz masters, Carlos Morgado.
Hello, I'm Carlos. You might remember me from other editions of Code Camp, Pixels Camp, yeah. So I'm a principal engineer at TalkDesk. TalkDesk started an hackathon, so we get here. We want more TalkDesks to start at hackathons. What do? We do contact center cloud solutions, which is probably the least sexy thing you'll see here on stage today. But what we do is we enable other people to be better. Very few companies have customer service as their own principal core business, but everybody needs customer services, and your projects might need customer services too. So for this hackathon, what we're going to do is give you TalkDesk accounts, real-life production TalkDesk accounts with real money for real phone calls. And we challenge you to give that extra push to make it just a little bit better with TalkDesk, okay? And to that effect, the accounts we're going to give you are going to have access to some early access features like TalkDesk Studio. And we added a little extra on that, which is a little thing that allows you to make external HTTP calls from TalkDesk. So you can automate call handling, which try not to use it for evil, okay? How do you go about that? You find our mentors, you find our booth, you find someone with a TalkDesk t-shirt, you say, I have a project, You pitch the project, we give you the account, we give you some instructions, a little FAQ, and you're off to the races. You'll have a little bit of money we think is enough for the whole hackathon and for whatever you need to do. And that's it. We're fast, we move fast, we're easy. So this is a fairly simple pitch. Next.
Cool. He's clearly been on stage before. And last but not the least, our sponsor Vorten, Inês Lourenço.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So this is definitely my first time, not only in a hackathon, but on stage as well. I'm from Vorten. How many of you have heard of Vorten? No one? Good, 1, 2. Okay, some of you. I'm glad. So Vorten is the #1 leading consumer electronics and entertainment retailer in Portugal. We have more than 200 stores here and also in Spain, more than 50, and we are all over Iberia. My question today is, are you ready to question and challenge our 5,000 employees to build a better world? Well, we want you to take action and help us developing a platform or whatever you think it's better to connect all non-profit organizations to place and promote their challenges, connecting them to all Vorten community. And those challenges are supposed to be volunteering challenges, social responsibility missions. And we will use all our employees, all our community abroad, both countries, to give answer to their needs. So with this, we are reaching out to our people. And Vorten is made of doers, people who go out and make things happen. People just like you. So we are today, to make it possible, trying to reach you. This is not a real business challenge. This is building a better human digital world in where we are living today. So we are trying to reach you because you are the ones challenging what we know, repushing boundaries, challenging the future, and rewriting it. So join us in our challenge. I would be really, really happy if you support us. So if we are thinking about the future with this app, we could probably be saving lives in a couple of years, helping thousands of people, environmental or animals in the needs. Because we have the network, we want to connect it. So join us in this challenge, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Inês. Okay, and this is the first batch of sponsors. Okay, so about the hackathon. So quick info. First of all, did I mention that this year we have over 20,000 euros in prizes to award to hackathon projects? Did I mention this? So be sure not to miss out, okay? Anyway, the rules about the hackathon and the way it works are all online on our website. You can ask for help on Slack or any of the volunteers or Bright Pixels team. I think you've got plenty of information on how things work, but basically you set up a team, you choose a project and you start working on it. You make sure to submit it and you present it on Saturday. A jury of selected people from our sponsors and yourselves, and mostly yourselves, will elect the 10 winning projects, and those will take over 20,000 euros in prizes home. One of the key platforms for the hackathon to work is the system in which you register your projects, and that can also be used for voting on the winning projects. So who's been at Pixels Camp last year? Raise your hand. Okay. So do you remember the Ethereum system and Explosion and all of that? Yes. So we think that worked pretty well. And guess what? We've decided to make a startup out of that idea. And that startup is called Taikai. And Taikai will be the platform to manage the hackathon this year. To present Taikai, I'm going to call Mario Alves to the stage.
Thank you, Celso.
You can start talking.
Okay. Can you just mirror that?
Yep.
Perfect.
If you
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Mario. I am the founder and CEO of Taikai. Before this event and Celso's pitch, you probably never heard of Taikai before. But that's going to change, and probably not for the good reasons, because me and my team are probably going to be the most hated people throughout the event. And why is that? Because you're going to have to use Taikai in order to participate and to vote on the Pixels Camp Hackathon this year. Apart from that, if that's not enough for you, usually when you go to a live concert, what happens is that you first get the warm-up band and then the main band. Well, in this case, you got Celso as the main band, as the Queens or the Beatles, and then you got me, a local Portuguese band that plays every Tuesday night on a local bar. But enough about me, so let's jump into Taikai. I'm glad there's a lot of people that participated in the last Pixels Camp edition. That facilitates my work in explaining what Taikai is. But apart from being a decentralized and transparent way of voting through the use of tokens, it's more than that. So a company or an organization can launch a challenge within the Taikai platform, like the Pixels Camp Hackathon, and then you have the community trying to solve that challenge to win the prize, like in the Pixels Camp Hackathon. So it's very similar, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain you. Let me just refresh this, if I can.
Do you need an engineer?
Yes, I think I do. Okay, before we jump into that, let me just explain you how Taikai came to be. So, thank you. So, as Celso mentioned, last year's Pixels Camp edition worked so well that we decided to make a business out of this. So, we've been almost a year now developing the idea, developing the product, gathering the best team. And I would like to really express a big thank you to the whole Taikai team for making this possible, and to Bright Pixel that has helped us not only with funding, but with people, with networking, with everything that we needed, basically. So, now let's jump into the Taikai platform, and I'm going to do a live demo. I know that Microsoft is a sponsor here at the Pixels Camp. So I don't know if you remember, but actually Microsoft has led the way on crashing at live demos. So I think it's not going to be a problem if Taikai crashes, right? But I'm going to try it not to crash, but if I need an engineer, there's Celso that is going to help me with that. So, here you can check what we do, our video, etc. Here you can see that we already have the Pixels Camp Hackathon loaded. You'll see here the latest projects, the leaderboard that are basically the badges that you win. You get our tokens, which are the Kai tokens. And you're probably thinking, oh crap, just another platform for me to sign up. Well, no, because we already took care of that part for you. So you just have to log in through your GitHub account, and you'll have everything that you have on the Pixels Camp website. Well, you'll have it here. Sorry for the slow internet. Let's see if this works. I don't have much information to stall, so you can check your badges while we log in. Okay. Thank you. This is on purpose, by the way.
Keep talking about stuff. No Ethernet cable, of course.
I think it's going to work now. Fingers crossed.
Okay. This was supposed to be the first perfect opening session of Pixels Camp.
Almost.
No Ethernet cable on stage. Great. Okay, so this is going to be difficult.
Can I use a hotspot for this?
Sure. See this amount of personal hotspots? Or hotspots in general? Queres vir aqui? Okay. So, are you having fun? So here's what we're gonna do.
Do you want to connect to...
Sure. Is this yours? Não tá, não há cabo de net.
That's not mine.
This is not yours. Okay. What's yours? Sorry about this. This is mine.
Oh, okay.
Use it. Hopefully it will work.
Cool.
Not. Can I get an Ethernet cable?
That's what happens when you do a live demo. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, it's logged in. So, here you can see my profile. So you can go to your profile, you can edit it, you can put cover images, etc.
Keep talking.
So, well, I did this yesterday in a rush. So you can check my profile here, which I believe it's not very CEO-ish, but, well, it's fun.
What is this crap?
Can we do this?
Probably weird. I have to install a driver or something. Wait, we're gonna do this. Keep talking.
Okay. Can I continue?
Sure. Wait.
Sorry. Okay, it's loading. Cool.
Well, just use the hotspots.
Okay, it works for me. So here on the organizations page, you have already loaded the sponsors of the challenge and other companies that may launch challenges in the future. So here you can check the organizations out. Not going to bother with that, so let's jump on the challenges. Here you can go to the Pixels Camp Hackathon Challenge. And you've been waiting so much. I believe that's what you want to see. If this works. Okay, so very important, the timeline. This is the timeline of the hackathon. So you have 3 dates that you want to make sure that you're following. So the first, of course, is the launch of the Pixels Camp event and the hackathon. Then you can create your project similar to the previous edition. And you can publish your projects, and this is important, even before even if you have to edit them later. So don't wait for the last second to publish your project. You can continue working on it and then publish it or edit it again, okay? Because when you reach the submission deadline, which is on Saturday afternoon, you'll not be able to create your project. And there's a change between last year's edition. You can only vote on projects after Saturday. So you can do transfers between users, that's cool, that's fine. But in terms of voting, or as we call it, backing the projects, you'll have to wait till Saturday. And then at 6 o'clock at Saturday, you'll be able to see the results of the hackathon. So just very quickly, you can find all about the hackathon here, the rules, the timeline, the prizes, etc. This is important, resources, because here you'll find out the sponsors' challenges. So, as Celso mentioned and a few sponsors mentioned, if you do not have an idea for your project, check this out, because there's probably some good ideas that you can develop on. So let's start and create a project. So let me name my project Taikai Live Demo Crash. And you can do a short description here. Continue, and then you'll be able to select your team. So if you do not have a team, please try to build your team outside the Taikai platform before you create the project. But you can always add and remove members from your team. For example, if you have mistaken on a specific user, you can always reverse that, okay? Let me join Celso on my team. Okay, there we go. Let's create the project. Okay, loading. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here you can edit your project. You can put a nice logo. You can put a nice cover. You can rename your project. You have a markdown, so you can put text, images, videos, GIFs. That's a thing. So you can put everything that you want on your project. And once you have it done, you'll be able to publish it. Okay? I'll remove this later so it's not spam for you. So let's jump again to the Pixels Camp Hackathon. If you go to projects, you'll probably be able to see my project here. Okay. Akamole, there's already a project. Cool. So here you can check the projects that are being created, and here you can see the funding that they have at the moment. In the innovators, you'll see the people that already created the projects and that are participating on the event. So you can transfer, let's transfer Celso 1 Kai token. Okay, done. You can check on the transactions later. And the same thing for backers. So there's going to be selected backers, which were the angels of the previous edition, and the crowd backers, which are everyone that participates. So you can do the same here, or by going into a specific user and send them tokens. Okay? All right. Just to wrap this up, here you can go to transactions. You see that I've done a transaction of 1K to Celso. Yeah, I'm a cheap bastard. And once this active state goes into voting state, which means Saturday, you'll be able to back projects. So let's go to our project. Instead of edit, you'll see back this project, okay? So you'll have a button here, you click on it, and it's the same thing as doing a transfer to other user. So you select the amount, you do the transfer, and that's it. And after this, there's going to be here a tab that's called Results, that after the event is going to show who won the prizes, or who were the top 10 most well-funded projects. Okay, but you'll have also a leaderboard that's going to be throughout the screens over here at the event, so you can check who's winning on these screens. Okay, I think that's covered. I would just like to point out that here on the footer we have a support page. So there's plenty ways of reaching us. You can check them here. If that doesn't suffice you, well, we'll be here throughout the event, so you can talk with us during these 3 days. A quick side note. If you're a company or a sponsor in this event, we are already accepting challenges. So if you want to launch a challenge for this community and some other members that we're going to add to solve them, speak with us. We're going to be here, okay? I would just like to wish you a very good event, wish you good luck. I hope you have fun, and let the games begin. Thank you.
Thank you, Mario. And I'm sorry for all the connecting issues, but I think it went well. So, back to the presentation. Just take this out. Cool. Okay. So, a few more messages. Besides everything else, besides everything I've mentioned already, I want to tell you that we also have a few unlikely projects in the venue. One of them is a makerspace this year. So I want to thank first LEGO League for being at Pixels Camp again. And Raquel, thank you very much for accepting the invitation. You've been with us since the early days, so thank you again. Thanks to Manuel Camber for bringing the inventors. They'll be at the makerspace as well, showing off educational equipment and gadgets for children. Thank you so much to André Rocha and Nuno Monge from Fab Lab Benfica and SLX for bringing a lot of hardware Fab Lab projects to the venue. They'll be showing off right in the corner during the 3 days. And also thank you to Guilherme and his team for bringing Robot Extreme. This is a surprise. We'll have a BattleBots contest, I think Friday or Saturday, something like that. But yes, there will be BattleBots at Pixels Camp fighting each other. And you can actually be part of a team. More information. This year we have a designated chill out room for you to have some rest. I wouldn't go as far as saying sleep, because that's going to be difficult, but there will be lots of pillows and you know, gaming consoles and stuff that you can use to relax. The chill out room will be on that corner. You have to go through one of the stages, and there's an entrance over there, and you can use it from tomorrow onwards, okay? Food. So food is a big part of Pixels Camp. As you know, we offer food to all of the participants. And this year will be no exception to that. So we think we got enough meals for everybody. Having said this, we also have food trucks outside, so you can either decide to have lunch or dinner inside or go outside and use the food trucks. I want to thank Continente, Cigala, Red Bull, Lavazza for their help. They're actually sponsoring the event and offering us food, which we give out to you. So thank you so much for your support as well. Tables. So there's a lot of tables over there, as you can see, and you can also see that there's not enough tables for everybody. So I'm going to ask you a favor and only use the tables if you're doing a project for the hackathon. So leave out the tables for people that actually are working on a project, because it's much more important to them than to other people, okay? So that's one of the key messages I wanted to tell you. There's a welcome kit waiting for you during today, and you can also get your T-shirt on the UTrust booth during this day. We'll probably send you an email with more information on this. But yes, there's a welcome kit, and yes, there's a PixelScam T-shirt that you're entitled to have. Another piece of information, workshops. So as I told you, this year we have a dedicated room for workshops. And we've decided to go low-tech on the registration for workshops. So the way it works is we'll have a whiteboard right at the entrance of the workshops room. And if you want to attend a specific workshop, you should physically go to the space, go to the whiteboard and put your GitHub username on the list saying that you want to attend the next workshop. You can register for the next workshop or for the workshops after that, okay? There will be a volunteer at the entrance. If you need help, just ask the volunteer. And we think this is the best approach for everything to work. The workshops room takes about 20 people, so be careful. If you really want to go to a specific workshop, be sure to go there and register so that we can save the space for you, okay? A big shout out, a big thank you to all the volunteers, also a big part of the organization of the event. Volunteers means that we're not paying them. They're here because they want to help and because they like PixelScamp. Some of them have been participants in the past and they want to be volunteers this year. So from the bottom of my heart and the whole team, thank you so much for the volunteers to help us at PixelScamp this year. More important information, I don't know if all of you know this, but we have a code of conduct. That's something that we launched last year. I really would like you to read the code of conduct. You know, I think overall we're really all nice people, but it's always useful for everybody to read the code of conduct. So on that code, we try to put what's the expected behavior at PixelScamp, and also what you shouldn't do at PixelScamp. And it's really important for us to be committed to providing a friendly, safe, and welcoming environment for all, regardless of gender, sexual orientation, ability, ethnicity, status, or religion. That's something we believe, and we all know this is kind of a problem in the tech world, and so we want to help. So be sure to read our code of conduct. It's really important. Okay, so let's go for the second round of reverse pitches from the sponsors, and I'll start by asking, just a second, Sanjay Khan from UTrust.
Hey everyone, I'm Sanya from UTrust. Who's already familiar with UTrust here? Not many of you. So UTrust is the first global crypto-to-cash payment platform with a buyer protection service. So we are the safest and cheapest way to pay with cryptocurrencies today. How does it work? So anyone with a mobile wallet can pay with their favorite crypto on any e-commerce platform that integrates with us. And the payment confirmation is instant within our network. We protect sellers against volatility because we immediately convert that crypto fund into a fiat payment that goes directly to the merchant. And we are the only payment platform in the world to offer the same level of consumer protection as any e-commerce website like eBay. So what does that mean? If I buy something and anything goes wrong, I can open a claim and I can receive a refund. We've grown to nearly 50 employees today with offices all around the world, but the majority of our team is based here in Portugal, in Braga and Lisbon. So the challenge for today is actually really simple. You need to create any application that will use UTrust as a payment system. So it can be anything you want, from selling items, selling services, or not selling anything at all, and just creating a marketplace on top of our APIs. And also remember that anyone here has access to the UTrust wallet on your phone. So with the UTrust wallet, you can earn and you can sell UTK, right? So remember to do that, and in the UTrust booth, you can go there and you can find many ways to earn the UTK. So we will also reward the best UTK spenders and the best UTK sellers. Please feel free to reach out to our team at the booth. We will be here for the whole duration of the event. So good luck and have fun.
Thank you. Sasha from Habit, come on stage.
Hi, I'm Sasha DeWitt from Habit Analytics. So at Habit, we enable enterprise companies like insurers and telcos to enrich their service offerings to their customers by enabling them with IoT. So for example, if you're an insurance company, we enable you to offer a home security service on top of someone's connected home, or a rapid response team that can connect with a wearable for your grandparent and be able to monitor them and make sure that they're healthy and okay. And so our platform enables all of the connectivity to IoT and to services. And that's how we get to our challenge today. So we are offering you access to our IoT platform, the APIs to connect to them, and a ready-made mobile app. So what we're saying is, what do you want to build and what can you build on top of it? If you have your own devices that you want to connect and that you want to control, you can go back. We have 2 workshops tomorrow where our team will be there and we'll be showing how to integrate with our platform. So that's actually our first challenge, where you can just connect anything. We even have different devices, Raspberry Pis and Arduinos, that you can connect to it. And then our second challenge is also a scavenger hunt. So we have little race cars that are hidden throughout. Celso let us hide them. So here, I'm hiding one. I broke it walking up, but they're hidden throughout Pixels Camp. And when you find one, then you can come. Our dome, which is our booth, will be in the chill out area starting tomorrow. And then we also have a table at the Bright Pixels booth over on the side near where all the food is. So come find us, and we'll be able to. You'll get the instructions on how to integrate. We'll have a race car that we want you to connect with our platform, and you'll control through the platform. And then on Saturday there's a race, and so whoever's the first person to connect and win the race will win a special prize on top of that. So hopefully come visit the workshops. Our team will be here to answer any questions and show us what you can build. Thanks.
Thank you, Sasha. Perfect English. I don't know why. And now Gulbenkian, which will have a special prize for social-related projects. Luís Plácido.
So thank you. Good morning, everyone. And I'm going to start with Steve Jobs. So Technology is nothing, he said. What's important is that you have faith in people, that they are basically good and smart. And if you give them the tools, they will do wonderful things with them. So at the Carlos Gulbenkian Foundation, we have this faith in people, and that's why we have the Hack for Good. And I'm very proud to say that for the first time, Pixels Camp will also hack for good with our support. And we have been doing this for more than 3 years, and this year we changed the strategy and we decided we're going to partner with other hackathons that may want to do this with us. So we are having challenges. We are very flexible on the challenges. I'll talk about them. And we have a prize. So we're going to have 2,000 euros for the team that presents a project with the strongest social mission. And you can have the prize in 2 ways. Either you apply to our challenges, or you apply to any other challenge, and also to the Hack for Good, showing that it's clearly a solution with a strong social mission. So there are 2 options. Either you apply to our challenges, or you apply to any other, but make it in a way where it's obvious that there is a strong social mission on it, with intention, okay? So what are our challenges? So active aging, people are getting older. How can we reduce isolation? How can we help caregivers monitoring when people stay at home, maybe alone? How can we have stimulating tools that can increase cognitive abilities? Migrants and refugees, can we increase the interaction between their communities and our communities through technology? And last, and it's not least, children. So can we actually create stimulating, playful tools that can increase their appetite for learning? And if we want to have them better lifestyle, can we use technology to do that? And the last one, and this goes really close to my heart, and I hope you guys can actually try this one. Cyberbullying, one of the biggest threats to the well-being of children nowadays. How can we get technology to prevent and act in situations of cyberbullying? We're going to be back there. You need to look. You really need to look. Back there, yes. And if you need to talk to us, we're going to be there for the whole day, okay? Thank you very much, and hack for good.
Thank you, Luis. And now another veteran from Microsoft, Rui Carmo.
Hello, folks. Good morning. Okay, so I suppose I don't really need to introduce Microsoft to you guys, right? So what you probably don't know is that over the past few years, we've been building a global data center network that is currently covering 52 regions across the world, and that we are now in the top 2 of the public cloud provider business. We fully intended to make it to #1, but the thing here is that it's not just about the cloud, it's about what you can build with it, okay? So we've long been supporters of developers having the tools to develop anything they want, from hardware to software. And as you've probably already guessed, this year's challenge is all about hardware. Even though we are still making available our cloud APIs for cognitive services, so you can make your applications AI aware, or like recognizing objects in pictures, doing text-to-speech, so on and so forth. But the thing about hardware is that, and the cloud, is that when you start developing solutions, you need a way to reach out to people. You need to make your solutions tangible. So at Microsoft, we've played along this theme of having an intelligent edge, which essentially means bringing the Internet of Things to people in a real, tangible way, and making it possible for people to connect to the cloud easily. So this year's challenge is that we will be handing out 40 of these kits, okay, I used to have one someplace. Oh, here it is. No, it isn't. Oh, yeah. So it's this big. We'll be handing out 40 of these, okay? First come, first serve. The only rule is that you have to have your project registered, and you do not need to apply to our challenge exclusively. In fact, I would like to give a shout out to the Hack for Good challenge, which is the perfect fit for this. And I think we all agree that we all could deal with having technology do some good. So I fully hope that you tackle our challenge and you have fun. We'll be at the Microsoft booth, surprise. There will be at least 3 of us here permanently, and we'll also be doing some hackathons, workshops on Kubernetes and IoT during the event. So feel free to visit us. We're fairly easy to find, and we hope you have fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now, gaming, Miniclip, Pedro Silva.
Hi everyone, my name is Pedro Silva. I work at Miniclip. I would like to do a show of hands just to show who played a Miniclip game. Oh, son. Oh, so many. Oh, nice. So maybe you don't know that we have an awesome office at Portugal with 200 people. We are a gaming company, started from web, and now we are a mobile first company. So we can play our games in mobile or in the web. And we have like 20 million daily active users. Some of our challenges in the technology part is dealing with, for example, with 700K concurrent users in one cluster. So it's really heavy. So with this, we want to challenge you to develop your own game. Our challenge is why you will not create the Pixel.io game. Let's imagine that you want to build a similar game like Agar.io, that is one of our titles. So the challenge is create the server in whichever technology you want, create the client in whichever technology you want, HTML5, Unity, any other that you find that is fun. And then in the end, we would like to see the result and get something out of that. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you.
2 minutes next year. Fidzai, Luís Cardoso.
Thank you. So we at Fidzai work to fight financial fraud. We stop the bad guys from stealing your money. We work with 10 of the largest banks in the world, with some of the biggest retailers and many other clients across the globe in 5 continents, and we process per day $5 billion in transactions. We have 400 employees. We have an office here in Lisbon, in Coimbra, Porto, London, New York, Atlanta, San Francisco, Hong Kong, and we just opened up in Sydney. For this Pixels Camp, we have 2 challenges for you. First, catch the fraudster. In this challenge, you will have the opportunity to be a data scientist catching fraud. Every day, predictive models at Fidzai process millions of transactions. These are models that are built with the latest and greatest machine learning and AI technologies. And in this challenge, you will receive a data set similar to the ones that are used by Fidzai, and we want to see how much fraud you can catch. In our second challenge, we want to see what great looks like. We are looking for the most genius solutions for complex problems. We will be evaluating not only the complexity of the problem that you are tackling, but also the elegance and the simplicity. And finally, I invite you to go to our booth that is here on the left and come talk to us. We are giving away scratch cards, all of which will get you a prize. And not only that, you will be automatically eligible to win one of the 3 Optimus Alive tickets that we will be giving away here tomorrow in the main stage at 6 p.m. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Luis. And now, lastly, but not the least, our biggest sponsor ever. NOS has been a supporter of PixelScan since the first edition, and because of that, they'll have two challenges for you. So to present NOS and the first challenge, I'll call João Ricardo Moreira to the stage. Welcome.
Hi everyone, I'm the one coming from the corporate side. As you may see, I'm the only one wearing suit. So I've not yet reached my welcome kit wearing my t-shirt from PixelScan. So you know NOS from the residential offers, so services on internet, TV, cinemas and so on. You know less what NOS is doing on analytics side. So we are taking advantage of all the information that we gather for managing our mobile network, and we do have the aggregate level of where the crowds are, where people is in each timepiece. So the challenges, the open challenge that I want to share is we are open to create services on top of these aggregated level of information. Of course, it has to be GDPR compliant, so we are not pursuing any specific individual. We don't want to push any sort of ads on top of any person, but we want to make value out of this information. But specifically for this hackathon, we are bringing you three challenges. First one being, oh, thank you. Thank you. The first one being, we believe that creating an app and taking advantage of the location may create some value for bringing the sellers using that information, allowing people to share some information of the location, and therefore to create some push on discounts or promotions that the consumer may accept and the seller wants to push. But the two last challenges are around the tourism information portal. So one of the first projects we launched over this analytics initiative. And we believe we need a revamp of the website. So there's many information already open sourced and free that we want to revamp and to put as a reference of how possible it is to create this information or information out of the data and share it with an open data and for free with society. So these are the challenges around analytics. We will see some other challenges regarding the TV and internet and smart home experiences. So guys, have fun. This is a great event. It's a great honor for us and for me to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, João. And wear your t-shirt. And now for the second round of challenges from NOS Innovation, Nelson Delicado, also a long-time friend of mine.
Hi. Hi all. Some love. So I had prepared a speech in which I would talk about epic times when I worked with Celso at SAP, but they didn't give me the time. So my name is Nelson Delicado. Hi again. I am the responsible for usability and design at NOS Inovação, which is a department from NOS, the product development department. Nobody also said to me that I had to talk in English, so bear with me, okay? So what we do at NOS Inovação is mainly products like Uma, NOS TV, NOS Net, NOS Kids, and Iris. So I will be around. I'm offering you all my help if you want to test something or if you want any help in any UI that you are creating. And if you are also curious to know why does the channel goes up when you press down on your remote, I've never heard that question, come to me. So our challenges, Bandersnatch on steroids. So this challenge is about uniting. Everyone knows Bandersnatch, I believe. It made a huge impact on movies and on Netflix. So the challenge here won't be just giving the user the possibility to make their own film or see all the possibilities that you can have, but also to do that with metadata. So you will need to use metadata to build up your story. The second one, help us create better. It's all about our new router, and our new router won recently a prize. So please go check it out. And this is really like an open challenge. So you can do anything with your router. You can connect it to MBWay APIs for internet if you want to pay as you go. You can create routines so that when you are leaving home, your router disconnects, and when you are arriving home, your router connects. Well, you have a world of possibilities here. And for our last but not least challenge, crowdsourcing video artificial intelligence director. It is really a bad name for a challenge, but it's really a good challenge. So what we need to do, you need to do in this challenge is mainly connect video streams seamlessly and smoothly. So there will be some guys that work with me. I believe that they are all spread around filming this presentation, and you will be given that as a resource for you to connect all the videos in a seamlessly way. Think of use cases like Nós Alive or great gigs or great concerts in which you have lots of people collecting video, and that will be the challenge. He is kicking me out of the stage. Have fun mainly, and be good.
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you so much. Okay, wrapping up. Did I mention we have 20,000 euros in prizes this year? Do an hackathon project. Do an hackathon project. Okay. Information. So there's plenty of places where you can get information from. I'm going to mention a few of them. We've got the digital signage system on all of the screens, including a big one on the main space. And we'll be posting important messages there. The talks that you can attend to on all stages, you can check that information on there as well. And any important information you need to know about, it will probably be on the digital signage system. So the screens will be in most rooms and in most stages during the intervals, and that's one of the main sources of real-time information. Besides that, I think we have a Slack instance running for Pixels Camp. If you're a participant and you have a ticket, then you're allowed to go to our Slack, register there. The whole team will be there scanning through the public channels. If you have questions or suggestions, we'll be there to listen to you and to help. You should also keep an eye on our blog. We're always posting new content, and sometimes it's important for you to read it. So keep an eye on blog.pixels.camp. There's a calendar on the main website, Pixels Camp, as well. If you go there, you can check all of the 5 stages in the workshops room, what's going to happen on each of the time slots. You can also download the PDF version of the calendar, and you can actually print it if that's more convenient to you. So all the information is there. You can also favorite your preferred talks and workshops, and you can do a filter on your preferred talks and workshops, and the calendar will only show you that also for your convenience. Yep. So the last part of Pixels Camp is the fun part. As you know, we've got the hackathon, we've got the talks, we've got the workshops, we've got the booths, and all of our sponsors and partners, and then we have the fun activities during the night. As you know, Pixels Camp is non-stop. So a few of those fun activities. First one, it's going to be chasing ghosts. Happened last year. I think it was a huge success. Huge. It's going to be presented by Rui Carmo and Carlos Morgado, and it's going to be today at 9 p.m. stage 2. The games that we chose for this year will be Ghosts and Goblins and R-Type. And I hope we have enough contestants. We do? Okay, cool. Another fun one is called Code in the Dark. Second time in Pixels Camp. It's going to be today, 10 p.m. on this stage. João Sil will be the Code in the Dark master. And I think we have enough contestants for it to be a success. I want to thank BizDirect for lending us the laptops for Code in the Dark. Thanks so much. Also a popular one is the security CTF. This is going to happen today, 8 p.m. I'm going to say upper floor, but I think we've changed this. You'll find out. Anyway, this is a Capture the Flag security contest. It's organized by Probly, one of our startups. So thank you, João Popino, Tiago, Nuno, and the whole team for organizing the CTF. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a huge success again. Back to the roots. We're going back to Nuclear Tacos this year. So who's been at Nuclear Tacos before? Okay, lots of brave people. So let me tell you that the real pain is the next day, not the day, you know. But I hope you take the challenge. Thank you to Fernando Afonso, Pedro Couto Santos, also, you know, longtime friends of mine, and the whole team that they invited. I know many of them, and I think it's going to be huge. Nuclear Tacos this year. It's going to be tomorrow, 9 p.m. main stage. One of the most popular events at Pixels Camp. Oh, it worked. Cool. Let me show this again. The amazing quiz show. It's going to be hosted by Carlos Rodriguez, which is you know, one of the best quiz show masters we've ever had. I think you know him from last year and also from the qualifiers, and really, really, really great challenges. It's going to be tomorrow, 10 p.m. main stage, and I think we have plenty of contestants for the quiz show. Last one is presentation karaoke, which is going to be tomorrow, 11 p.m. main stage, also hosted by Rui Carmo and Carlos Morgado. For those who don't know presentation karaoke, you come on stage and you'll be presenting a PowerPoint that you've never seen before, like if it was yours, and it's going to be fun. And last, thank you to Noj as well for taking the time and the effort to license these movies. We're going to be screening these 4 movies during today and tomorrow after midnight. And I think these are great titles. So we're talking about Imitation Game, Ready Player One, Edge of Tomorrow, and Source Code. It will be screened in the main stage, so big screen. And we're probably going to have a few pillows if you're sleepy. So it's going to be great. Cool. So last bits of information. For those who were not able to attend Pixels Camp, we're streaming live from the main stage and also grabbing a few contents from the other stages and interviews. We're live at the channel 700 at Noj, and also streaming for RTP Play. As you know, RTP is our media partner this year, and they'll be streaming on the web as well on their RTP Play platform. Special thank you to Hypnose, which has been our long-time producer. We don't have to brief them of anything. They know how things work, and they're also a great partner. So thank you, Hypnose team, for all of this. Really great. And I think that's it. Am I forgetting something, team? No? Bring the gong. Have fun. We'll see you around. Okay. There we go.